Y arriba yo, mi papá y la chona.
What's up, my guy? How you doing, Jacob?
Pretty good. How you doing, Kyle?
Pretty good, man. Back here for another episode of The Breakdown, week 6, ready to chop it up with my guy. Uh, Dude, I just totally blanked on your name. 2% MILF.
2% milk. There we go. Yes, sir. That's me.
2% MILF filling in for your boy Don Don.
Actually, thanks to your suggestion, 2% milk.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hey, I got the perfect name for you.
That's perfect, man. Well, shit, what are you sipping on over there?
So tonight I'm doing a little bit of whiskey and Sprite.
Damn, dude, we are on the same level. So not quite whiskey, but some Grangestone scotch.
There you go.
Drinking nice and pure tonight, sipping real clean.
I can't drink it straight. I'm a little bitch. I gotta have my mixer in there, but
You
it is what
know,
it is.
I'm proud of you though, because you were just used to be a seltzer boy and like fruity drinks with umbrellas and whatnot.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I will do a seltzer anytime, any day, but tonight is a whiskey and Sprite kind of night for the podcast.
Trying to get some hair on your chest for the podcast.
Exactly. We need a little bit. Need a little bit.
For sure, dude. Well, I appreciate you hopping on here, man. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let me
All
get
right.
my screen shared real quick. All right, can you see the breakdown logo?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Let's get into it.
All right, week 6, my guy. Here we go. So, if it'll cooperate with me here. Oh shit. Oh, I was at the very end.
Guys, don't look.
Don't look, everybody. I forgot to go back to the beginning. All right. So we're gonna start out with trade talks. So we're gonna
Trade
go
talks.
through each individual trade and just kind of, how do you feel about it? Do you think there was a winner or a loser? I mean, I don't expect you to like remember off the top of your head what each team's rosters look like, but
Yeah.
any initial
Yeah.
thoughts on this one between Preston and Javier?
You know what? Let me pull up since I'm on Dynasty, I'm gonna pull up their rosters real fast. I do like it. I mean, I assume Preston needs some tight end help. That's why he went for that. Ayuk, boomer bust. I mean, that's kind of what he's been past 2 years, it seems like. But no, I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty even for each side, especially considering we know what Javier's got on his team. He can afford to lose a few pieces here and there. So I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was thinking. I was like, his backup tight end, like, who gives a shit? And the
Yeah.
rest of his roster is stacked, so Ayuk is just like a lottery ticket for him.
That's a solid bench piece to have, just in case.
Yeah, just seemed like a good, like, pennies for pennies if Cody
Yeah.
was hosting, you would say.
That I used a starter on my team, most likely in a flex. So I mean, to have that as a bench piece, solid.
For sure. So, I mean, I think we'd mark this as fair, no real
Yes.
winner or anything like that.
No.
Cool. Let's take a look at another one that happened this week. So we had another one with Wes and Cody. We got another tight end traded for a running back. And I think, I personally don't value tight ends that much. And I think I'm wrong on that front because you with Kelsey know like how awesome it is to have a steady tight end. And I've been getting shit on the past 2 weeks with Dalton Schultz. Well, really 3 because he was out and then he ate 2 goose eggs. So like,
but that's the thing. There's only one Kelsey and Andrews. I mean, those two, you're going to get 15 plus points. Everybody else, though, tight ends, it's hit or miss. Higbee, he's had a solid year, but I mean, I would take Dobbins in this instance. Running backs are very hard to come by, especially in that Baltimore offense. I think I would take Dobbins in this side. But like I said, Higbee's been having a great year too, so I don't see any issues with the trade.
yeah, I think it's another good one too that fits both teams' needs. Like Wes is surprisingly deep at running back, so he
Yes.
could afford to lose one. And he needed a tight end like I did. And me and him were talking. I was like, yeah, me and Cody were talking about Higbee. I think we might have something on the table. He goes, oh yeah, me too. And then like 2 minutes later, the trade went through. So I was like, this motherfucker just went, okay, Cody, whatever you need, man. Like I need that tight end before Kyle gets in.
Exactly. Yeah, and
But
I've been trying to make some moves today as well. So trying to get a running back. So hopefully we can get something done here this week before, because my running back spots are not too hot right now. Who would have thought Stevenson would have been my RB1?
dude, who would have thought that Mostert would have been my RB1 with his knee issue? So we all got running back problems except for what, Javier, Matt,
Wes.
Wes. My dad actually looks pretty good
And
with,
now Cody too, even with his
yeah,
Dobbins acquisition, he's pretty solid at running back too. So
yeah, yeah, seriously. So I think it's a win-win. It worked for
yeah,
both teams.
agreed.
All right, let's take a look at the third one that's happened this week so far. So this one was a huge one in my
This was
opinion.
this was a big one.
I mean, I'm gonna take Matt's side on this one. I think he did the best thing that he could have done of, wait for McCaffrey to have one or two good games and
Sell
then
him at his peak.
flip him while he's healthy and he's had a couple games, the hype and rumors of maybe he gets traded to Buffalo, maybe
Yeah.
he gets traded to the Chiefs, like who knows, and then for Matt to have kept the handcuff for a little while. I forgot to include that trade in here.
Yeah.
But Javier ended up getting Deontay Foreman. But I mean, when you
Still.
say, okay, Kamara, starter.
Williams definitely starting without Swift, and then Swift, you put him right in there when Williams is out.
And you can start both of them at the same time, to be honest with
Agreed.
you. So I saw this and I was like, I mean, I would take the 3 startable running backs over the, injury prone running back and like DJ Moore. Again, that was off the hope that he gets traded somewhere good. What if he doesn't get traded somewhere
Yeah.
good? So, I mean, it's a gamble, and Javier knew it was a gamble, but I think he feels invincible right now, and rightfully so, 5-0. So he just kind of feels like he's playing with house money. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of how I feel. Like going back to that first trade, I feel like he was in the position to, okay, I'll lose these pieces here, but I get McCaffrey back. If McCaffrey stays healthy, then that's a solid win for him, I think.
Right.
But that's a big question mark and remains to be seen if he can remain healthy for 16 games, or at least throughout the fantasy regular season.
Right. And I know
So-
you Barkley as much as I do, but I know you saw that shoulder injury pop up too, and I was immediately like, "Uh-oh, if he gets hurt,
Here
and
we
then
go.
McCaffrey gets hurt, there goes all of that R&B depth." Because I don't know
100
what got left.
100%.
So
Yeah, I like both sides again. I think every trade this week has been fair.
yeah,
So
I agree. But I
no
love
problems
seeing
with
the
it.
action in the league. Just wish me and you could get a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, so funny enough, while we're on the trade talks, I'm gonna go ahead and push one through here. It's gonna be
Ooh,
Garrett Wilson for Brian Robinson.
I
Starter,
am my
running,
dad. Yeah.
hopefully starter and Washington. I need a running back. Wilson, he hasn't been it with Zach Wilson, so pushing that through right now. So
Live in the flesh. Trade
live in the
happened.
flesh. So
Woo.
thoughts on that, Brian Robinson for Garrett Wilson.
So I was definitely going to wait for you to hit accept, and I'm going to process that while we're here. So it's official. I'm taking Garrett Wilson side of that
Yeah.
personally. So my thought is that Antonio Gibson, we're hearing that he's going to go to kick return or punt return or whatever.
Punt returner, baby.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But then McKissick ain't going nowhere. And
True. And I have McKissick though, so I do have that. That works.
True. That's true. So I don't know. I think the wide receivers are going to score more points in general, which is kind of why I took the approach of let me just get a bunch of shitty or they're handcuffs, but hopefully I can buy me a week or two here and there of a starter and then have studs at wide receivers and just piece this shit together. Like my team's either going to score 80 points or 140.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're right.
I don't know, man. It's risky because what if Robinson just takes over?
Yeah, he outsnapped everybody last week, this first week, so that's what I'm kind of leaning on and hoping that they can keep that up. Hopefully, they can stay in some games and the game scripts don't require them to just throw the ball. And if they do, hopefully they dump it off to him. That would be great. But just kind of rolling the dice. Like I said, I need some running back help badly. Especially now that Connor hit with his rib injury.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're going to get there. So, we'll see. Wilson, he's been on my bench the past few weeks. So take a shot on it.
I feel you, man. I have been trying to overpay with some wide receivers for some startable running backs, but I mean, it is hard to come by.
It
So
is tough. It is tough. That's funny. I made a note here. I said, I'm having a hard time trading. That was my first trade of the whole entire season so far. And
nice.
then I know I was talking with Cody. He's been having a hard time, and I think Jordan, he needs some help. He needs some help bad.
Dude, Jordan needs a lot of things, and help is one of
He,
them.
yeah, yeah. His team, his team is not looking too hot. And fortunately, I play him this week, but knowing my luck, highest points against, third most points for. I mean, it's fantasy, right?
It's fantasy, bro. But like, watch, he'll get his first win against you this week and his second win against me next week, and then me and him will have the same record.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. There you go.
he needs some
But
help
yeah,
for sure. I'm curious to see if he actually makes any moves. But I know that there's teams in good positions that are essentially chomping at the bit to just take all his good players. So
I have been sending him offer after offer after offer, trying to get Debo, Clyde. I mean, I'm trying to get everybody, and
yeah,
nothing.
we'll see if he wants to shake it up or not, or just ride that shit into the ground and hope he
Roll
can
with it.
avoid karaoke.
Yeah.
So, well, that's awesome, dude. Thanks for waiting for the show to accept that trade.
Of course.
So let's go ahead and take a look at this week's waiver wires. So I'm always just going to throw up the Tuesday night / Wednesday morning waiver wires. Like, yeah, we have Fab and that shit runs every day, but like, there's no
These
way.
are the big ones. Yeah.
So is there anything that stands out here to you?
I mean, Pierce, obviously, I think he's established himself as the number 2 in Indianapolis. Matt Ryan clearly likes him. That's a big one. Cobb, he's been seeming to be obviously he's Aaron Rodgers, one of his favorite targets always. I think that's a pretty solid pickup for Matt. Oh shit, two solid pickups. I didn't realize he got both of them. And then also the one I got, I can't pronounce that dude's last name, but Matt Stafford and his white receivers, he seems to be taking over as number 2 right now over Allen Robinson. Don't know what his deal is. Robinson, man, what a bust.
What a bust,
But,
dude. Yeah, and you didn't need 4 tight ends or whatever you had. So
no, I have Kelsey, Conklin, Hurst, and I had Gesicki. So yeah, he could go. But yeah,
sure.
no. And then poor Damian Harris. He's been kind of a letdown this year.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, he's out for a couple weeks with that hamstring injury. So I'm like everybody else, mostly we all need that tight end help. So looks like Javier, there's 2 bids there that he got Tunyon. That second bid there, that was me, but I only put in $1. I'm not going to go big on tight ends right now, especially since I've only got like, I don't know, 18 fab left or something like that. So got me.
I'm not working with a whole bunch.
Evan Ingram had 10 targets last week. So, I think it's still early and they're all figuring out their roles in that offense. And Doug Peterson has a great history of having super relevant tight ends, whether it's Trey Burton or Zach Ertz or Goddard. So
yeah.
Evan Ingram, he's young enough. He's right at that tight end breakout age. That's like 27, 28, 29, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think he was drafted highly too.
He was drafted high. He had some really good games with New York, but I mean, they didn't have an offense in New York at the time. So
yeah, so if I can get him for free to fill in for me, and then hopefully Dak comes back, and then Schultz gets healthy, and I can kind of piece together tight end. It's just I offered you what I offer you, Evans for Kelsey. I just there's not going to be anything that I can do to get like an actual real tight end. And now that Cody only has 1 tight end, like I'm not going to be able to offer him anything for Andrews. So I mean, I'm like, shit, if I can't get either of those, then I could give a shit at tight end.
Yeah. You just might have to pull a Preston like last year, just run with like 4 tight ends out there and say fuck it, hope it works.
I'll talk a little bit about Preston because me and him play each other this week. But just to finish up these waivers, I think it's Wes spent $12 on maybe 3rd string running back. So what the hell are you doing there, Wes? But I mean, he
knows something we don't.
He put up like 14 points last week in our dynasty league when Cody told me, "Nice pickup, my guy," and I got DeAndre, and he scored like 14 points. Of course, I wasn't going to start him because my team there is just so goddamn stacked. But
Yes, it is. We played this week in Dynasty.
if you can call it playing,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
on the
yeah,
other end of things.
yeah. I'm showing up.
You're showing
But
up.
also the one for DJ Dallas, running back 2
Yeah.
now in Seattle for a few weeks. Hopefully, no, I don't want Kenneth Walker to go down, but hopefully he gets some major snaps now over
Dude,
there.
it says 2 bids. I was the other bid there for $1. So you had the
$1.
bid. And Kenneth Walker's not going to get 100% of the carries.
No.
So like at worst case, you've got the pass catching running back there. I mean,
There you go.
I
I'll
think
take
that's
it.
good for especially those of us that are struggling with running backs. I mean, I put $1 on Tevin Coleman. Obviously, I just swapped out backup running back for backup running back in San Francisco, trying to guess on the right one and hope again that I can get lucky with an injury and just be early on the pickup. Because if Tevin Coleman's the backup and Jeff Wilson goes down, people are blowing $40, $50 fat.
100%.
So it's worth the risk, especially in my shitty situation. But
Yeah.
that was good. I don't remember what the other Tunyon bid. That was me for like $1 or no dollars or something. A lot of people bid on Pierce, which rightfully so. Dude's been
I did.
But yeah, I mean, Matt didn't have to spend $11 on Cobb, but I mean, he also had the money to spend. So
Yeah, might as well spend it if you got it.
yeah, dude, it doesn't roll over to next year, so might as well. Cool. Let's move on. And so we got the power rankings for this week. I don't think anybody's surprised with who's at number 1 and number 2. I am a little surprised at the gap there, though, that 7-point difference. Followed up by you at number 3, which is
shocked.
awesome,
I'm really shocked by that. But hey, I will take it. I will not complain.
For sure. I mean, I'm a little shocked too with your lack of running backs, but I think everybody
Cup and Kelsey.
3 to 6 is almost interchangeable for me. Like Preston's got good depth everywhere.
Yes, he does.
So like he's not like elite anywhere, but he's got 2 great running backs, like awesome wide receivers. I'm surprised that you're ahead of him, but I mean, neither here nor there. As we go down, like I don't know how I'm ahead of Matt. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I should not be 8. Like yeah,
number 10 makes sense though.
Number 10 makes complete sense, dude. His team is ass.
Actually, I think the number should be lower.
Dude, maybe like a 69.
Love you, Jordan.
I hate that guy. No, I'm just kidding, Jordan. Love you, dude. But no, I think everything else looks okay. Yeah, but I think you were the shock of the week up there.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm not going to complain. Kelsey helps that, and Cup. Those 2 will vault you up, I'm sure, by quite a bit.
I guess that's a good point because Cup is essentially 2 wide receivers in one. But
yeah, how far guaranteed like 20 points.
How far did your heart drop when you saw that he didn't practice today with that foot injury?
I didn't like that. Yeah, I got a questionable thing. I said, that's not good.
Yeah, dude, that's no fun. When I saw that shit come through from Mostert, I was like, God damn it, are you fucking kidding me?
But early in the week, baby.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, of any day, like, please be out today and just come back, later in the week.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, well, let's dive into the individual matchup. So first off, we got me versus Preston. After that, we're going to do Wes versus Matt. Then we'll have Jordan versus yourself, Jacob. My dad versus Jose. So the Geezer Bowl, yet again, a matchup of the championship game from last year. Both underwhelming. So we'll see who comes out on top of that. And then I think everyone's most anticipated matchup of the week, Cody versus Javier. What could have been 5-0 versus 5-0. Cody took his first loss this last week, but I mean, Preston's no team to, mess with.
No slouch.
He's no slouch for sure. So, I mean, at least Cody didn't drop his first game to me or Jordan or something like that. Like that would have been more painful. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that one for sure. So first up, again, me and Preston, here's just a quick glance at our lineup. So let's just go down position by position and just, give our thoughts on those positions and then, who we think takes the advantage there. So Kyler versus Seattle and Tom Brady versus Pittsburgh. I mean, looking at the points projection, it looks like my Kyler would take the advantage. I kind of lean that way as well, just because Seattle's not that great. Connor's
Exactly.
banged up. They don't really run the ball in general. So I'm thinking, with Hollywood, I'm thinking they're going to hit some deep bombs, and Kyler may have a 3-touchdown game for the first time this season, like a 3-passing touchdown game. And then Seattle, dude, like they're no slouch either, and they're putting up points. So I'm hoping that, with their
High,
bad
high
defense.
scoring game. Yeah. High scoring game. I think they're not stopping anybody, but they're scoring a lot.
Yeah.
So they're getting into a lot of shootouts, which obviously bodes well for Kyler Murray. Yeah, and in this instance, I would choose Kyler over Brady, but again, Brady could pull a Josh Allen, like what Allen did to Pittsburgh last week, Brady could do. He could throw 3 touchdowns in the first half and 25, 30 points right there,
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean,
But I'll
obviously,
take
Tom Brady's
Kyler.
he's not a threat to run on the ground or anything like that. But I mean, it's a good matchup there with the quarterbacks. But
Yeah,
I think I'd lean
yeah.
Kyler.
I lean Kyler here.
Uh,
Running backs,
no contest.
yeah, I look at it and it's got to go Preston there, Dalvin and Fournette
Yeah, I think
to
just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna play both Rashad White and Alexander Madison just to have his backups going against him. So hopefully he gets sniped at the goal line and just gets frustrated by that.
there you
Or
go.
watch
Yeah,
some crazy shit happen and both of those running backs go down mid-game, and then here I am across the matchup playing
with the
both.
starters.
I offered him Rashad
Yeah,
White and Alexander Madison for Kareem Hunt, and he told me no. So he may regret that after this week, or soon. But
yeah,
we'll see what
yeah.
happens with Mostert's health.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
What about those wide receivers? I honestly, the only reason I have
That's
Kirk in here instead of Tyreek is because of Tyreek's health earlier, but he had a full practice today. So in reality, I should have Tyreek up in the wide receiver spot. But
yeah. I mean, I'll act like Tyreek's up there. Tyreek and Evans to AJ Brown and Pittman. I like it both. I mean, I think it's kind of a wash there almost as well. I will say I do like the potential more of Tyreek and Evans. I like that side more with the potential. I mean, you know what you're going to get from Pittman. He's going to be force fed. Same with AJ Brown. But yeah, I would go with your side on the wide receivers this round.
yeah, I think I don't think it's as close. I think I take the advantage there pretty heavily, to be honest. I think that AJ Brown gets locked down by what's that corner's name?
Diggs, yeah.
Diggs is like a risk it for the biscuit type of cornerback, and like AJ Brown, he's a yak receiver. Like he's a big, strong motherfucker. Like he'll go up and get it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's like known for his route running or anything like that.
No, not crazy. I wouldn't say.
But like they're both two physical players. Like I don't know how open AJ Brown's gonna get, and then you got Deontay Smith on the other side there. I can see him having a bigger game than AJ Brown. And Pittman, Jacksonville has been surprising. But Pittman's been kind of underwhelming. I don't even know if he's a top 24 wide receiver right now. But there is always the potential to force feed him if Jonathan Taylor's out again, or just not 100%.
Yeah.
They could say, here's 12 targets or whatever,
There you go.
So I'm going to lean myself there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tight end, I probably won't have Schultz in there, to be honest. I just got to wait for Olave to be declared out with his concussion so that I can switch in Evan Ingram. So it would essentially be Ingram versus Ertz, but either way, it doesn't matter which tight end I play. I think we both agree that Ertz would be the better guy there.
Yeah.
And that's going to hurt me if Ertz, scores.
Especially in that matchup against Seattle. I think he gets a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's a make or break for everybody without Kelsey or Andrews or fucking Taysom Hill.
Yes. Taysom Hill, man. Sheesh.
I tried to get him from Wes, and he was willing, and then he said, "I don't know. Wes is just a bitch, so fine."
Yeah, Matt could kick his ass.
Oof. Dude, he probably could. I'd like to see it. I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
Popcorn and whiskey in hand.
$100 on that Matty franchise.
Oh boy, I can hear Wes cracking his knuckles and going, running his fingers through his hair. No, I'm just kidding. What hair? Anyways, the flex matchups there. Tyreek's part of my wide receiver, so just call it Kirk and Brown versus Pickens and Waddle. What are you thinking?
I would go your side on that one. Is if Kirk gets what he, if Kirk does what he did those first few weeks, yeah, I would go your side because Brown, man, he is killing it right now on with no DeAndre. Yeah, he is a beast.
Yeah, he really is. And again, Seattle gives up like, I don't know the exact stat. That's what Javier was here for. He gave us exact stats last week, but Seattle gives up a lot of deep bombs. And I hope to God that because the Cardinals have been so frustrating to watch this year.
Mhm.
Like, I hope that they get Brown deep on some plays and like get me like one bomb touchdown. Like, give me a 50-yard
Yeah,
touchdown to Hollywood this week. And that
give
would
me
have
a Gabe Davis touchdown.
yeah, dude, that was something like that. But I'm gonna, try not to seem biased, but yeah, I think I lean my side there too. Preston loves Pickens. He thinks he's
Pickens, he has been coming up with Pickett now. Pickett
yeah,
seems to like Pickens,
yeah,
which makes sense. The last name sounds similar. I mean, you gotta go to your guy.
the PP
Um,
bros.
yes, sir. But no, I mean, I like Pickens too. Waddle, of course. I mean, that's kind of like a Tyreek, not same level, but boomer bust. I mean, he could go for 40 points, 30 points, or he could go for five. Um,
Yeah.
you never know what you're gonna get. But yeah, you have the more consistent side, I think.
Yeah, I do think in the end it's going to be a toss up, but he's got me on the power rankings. He's got me on the projections for the week. I think the real difference here is going to be made at running back. So if Dalvin and Fournette put up, 20 plus points each, like I think I'm toast.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
So as a pick, I'm going upset actually. Now that we've gone over the team, and I'm going Kyle on this one. Preston's not going to like that either, but cheers, buddy.
Here's that. I am not going to pick myself because I'm just not confident in my squad right now. I'm going to keep my pick with Preston and that consistency. But obviously hoping that my guys can have some boom weeks all at the same time. So awesome. All right, let's take a look at the next matchup. If it'll flip. Okay. Did I go to the very next one or did I skip one? No, there we go. Okay. So Wes versus Matt. Justin Herbert versus Patrick Mahomes. What are you thinking?
Ooh, they both have tough matchups. Looking at it, man, that's a good question. Mahomes, we know what you're gonna get with Mahomes. And I mean, I'll lean Mahomes on this one just because it is Patrick Mahomes. But that's 1A and 1B right there to me.
Yeah. So for me, I lean pretty easily to the Mahomes side. I think that Buffalo game is just going to be a huge shootout. Like the Chiefs don't have a wide receiver one. Like Kelsey is the wide receiver one, and he's going to be lined up on the linebackers and safeties.
Yeah.
So whatever. And then, who cares what other wide receiver catches balls from him? But like that game should be back and forth the entire time, 4 touchdowns per quarterback or so. Like, wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Herbert, they're still going to be without Keenan Allen. And so Mike Williams is going to be getting locked down by Patrick Surtain. And like, who else?
Big Josh Palmer game, maybe. Or Jordan
Maybe a
Palmer,
big
whatever
Josh
the hell his
Palmer.
name is.
But like, I also don't think that there's going to be a need for like a lot of points there. Denver fucking sucks. So like, maybe
Let's ride.
yeah, I mean, shit, I could see like a 21-17 game or something like that. But like,
Right.
I think Eckler has a game. We'll see if Sutton can do something against that defense, but the Chargers have like a terrible run defense, so it might be a Melvin Gordon game there too. But I think we're both going Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes there.
So running backs, you got Taylor and Jeff Wilson versus Kamara and ETN. Any specific thoughts on that?
I'm gonna go Taylor and Wilson, assuming Taylor comes back and he's healthy. Jacksonville, they don't have the greatest run defense. Wilson, he can pop off for 20. He could split time with 4 running backs. You never know. The 49ers running backfield is frustrating, but no, I like that side over Kamara and ETN. ETN's been such a disappointment this year.
Yeah, man, I had such high hopes for him. But it does look like that takeover's happening slowly.
Yeah, slowly.
So we'll see. I think it would, for ETN to have a good game, it would require them to be behind. Could be wrong, but I'm gonna lean Taylor and Wilson. Hopefully Taylor gets back on track. He's healthy, can score 20 points. Wilson, I don't know why he's projected for 10 points. I think that
Yeah,
dude's only
it seems weirdly low.
yeah, like he's been putting up 15, 17. I mean, obviously Wes would know better because he has him, but like he's been good, and Atlanta's not good on defense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
No.
with Wes. What do you think?
Yeah, Wes on that side.
Okay, so wide receivers, Curtis Samuel and Tyler Lockett versus Terry McLaurin and Keenan Allen. I don't know why he's got Keenan Allen in there. That's just like hopeful because his projections there. Or,
Yeah.
I don't think
Probably,
Keenan.
yeah. So assuming Keenan Allen doesn't play, I mean, I'm gonna go. We'll put Pierce up there with McLaurin. So I'm gonna go Samuel and Lockett on that side.
Yeah, me too. Samuel's probably gonna tear up that Chicago defense because they're just not good.
Yeah.
And Terry McLaurin has been disappointing all year too. Like again, I can't give you specific stats, but like underwhelming.
Oh, I know. He's in my dynasty. He is. He has been underwhelming.
Has he? And then Lockett, dude, Lockett's popping off, and Arizona on defense is not good.
I
So
tried to tell you all about Geno Smith. He's no slouch, man. Tried to take him 1-1, but we had to restart.
I'd be victory lapping that shit too, man. Like I know you were bullshitting at the beginning of the year, but like Geno Smith is that dude right now.
He is that dude right now.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lockett go for over 100 and a touchdown again. Like,
Yeah. He's always a deep threat. He can pop off for a long touchdown, 50, 60-yard touchdown any game.
for sure. So, regardless of the projections there, I'm going to give this one to West too.
Yeah. Same. Looking at the tight ends, Higbee and Fairmuth, I give Wes the advantage there as well.
Yeah,
Higbee's been very solid.
yeah. I think Freiermuth is going to be out with a concussion again. Like, I think the league is leaning more towards like keeping the players out an extra week with everything that's going on right now. So
Yes.
I don't think Freiermuth plays. And then Matt has Waller on a bye. So good fucking luck finding somebody to fill in at tight end there.
Hey Matt, come hit me up. I got some tight ends on my bench.
See another trade take place.
Yes,
So
sir.
we both agree that West gets that too. So
Yep.
flex matchups, Kenneth Walker and Michael Thomas versus Eckler and whoever the fuck else Matt has on his bench, essentially, since we're gonna assume that Pierce is a wide receiver play and not a flex.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
tough because Eckler, man, he can account for two of those flex players right there if he has a game like he did last week.
Yeah.
Walker, he's going to be RB1 now in Seattle. He's going to get a lot of touches. But I think they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I don't think Walker's going to be, needed late in that game. So just because of Eckler having that ability to pop off for 30 plus, I'm going to lean Matt on the flex.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm with you there. Everything you said. I heard something interesting today about Walker. Like, we're all seeing that he went 8 for 85 and a touchdown last week. But it's like if you take out the one busted play where he ran for like a 75-yard touchdown, he was 7 for 17 or something like that. Like it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So a lot of talks going around, like, do you trade Kenneth Walker now? Like while his value's maybe at its peak?
Probably, yeah.
It's hard. I mean, but Wes would be in the perfect situation to do so because of his RB depth. But I mean, if he has a good game, great. I think his schedule looks pretty decent. I don't remember off the top of my head, but that'll be interesting. But no, I agree with you on the Eckler side that Eckler could account for two players there enough. Michael Thomas might not even play. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, giving that side to Matt, but I think overall, no, Matt was below me on the power rankings for some reason. I don't remember the projections here, but I'm going to go with Wes getting the win this week.
Me too. It's hard to tell because Matt's going to have at least two or at least one of these players out of his lineup, maybe even two. So, I mean, with that being said, and I don't know who's on his bench, I'm going to go with Wes on this one as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Jordan versus the man himself, the 2% MILF. I mean, we could do this real quick, quite honestly. Lamar Jackson is no competition for Aaron Rodgers.
No, no. Lamar gets that
Easy.
side easy.
The running
Running
back,
backs.
dude, I think you take it too. Honestly,
Yeah,
like Ramondre, I'm happy to see him projected at 15 plus. Like
me
that's where
too.
he
Me
should
too.
be. Like Clyde, that I mean, maybe he gets a lot of catches that game and like maybe he scores, but like we saw last week what happens with his regular workload if he doesn't score a touchdown, he's getting 6, 7 points.
Very touchdown dependent. Very touchdown dependent back. Like I said, who would have thought Stevenson would be my RB1 at the beginning of the year with Harris and Connor? And I think I even had, McKissick in there. He's a pass catching back, but yeah, I mean Stevenson, he's been a lifesaver for me. So and Najee, I think he's rated 31 or maybe 29. I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
So I mean it's not terrible, and he's had 13, 9, 8 point games. So not like any 2 point games, but not the 15, 16 that he probably should be putting up. But yeah, I mean, I'll obviously not being biased, I'll take my side on the running backs as well.
No, me too. Like I could see Harris literally scoring as much as Gibson. Like Tampa Bay's defense is freaking stout against the run, and like the Steelers' offensive line is terrible. Not, I mean, I'm sure you
Awful.
watch the Steelers, like, and you see Najee getting hit in the
Yes,
backfield.
right away. Right away.
Like that's gonna be tough sledding. If I was you, I may consider starting McKissick, but man, that would take some balls to play McKissick over Najee.
Yeah,
But
it's
either
tough.
way, I'd take your side.
Yeah.
Then you got, Cup versus Higgins and Duvernay versus Debo. For me, I'm always going to take the Cup side because Cup is going to put up two wide receivers in one numbers. And if Duvernay does what he did week 1 when he was on your bench against me, that'll be a nice stack for you there.
He's been pleasantly a pleasant surprise all year. Like first 3 weeks, I think he had a touchdown. He had a punt return one time.
Yeah.
3 weeks he was on my bench, probably 15 points plus each week. And I put him in, and he's performed. He's got me like 12 points and maybe 10 points the last 2 weeks, I think. So pleasant surprise, I think, especially with him being option number 3 in Baltimore behind Bateman, Andrews, and well then him. I mean, I'll take 10 points from him any day of the week.
Yeah, and he may be option number 2. Bateman might be out again with
Yeah.
a foot or whatnot. So I think it's a good play. On paper, I think Higgins and Debo look like the better option, but I'm still gonna side with you on this one.
Yeah.
Kelsey versus Smith. I mean, we don't even need
Gotta go Kelsey. Yeah.
Kelsey easy. Flex, you're looking real thin. I actually like Jordan's flex players better, to be honest. Eno could, he could be good with Connor
So
Bateman.
it's either him or Connor, whoever, depending on how Connor's status is later in the week. It could be Connor in there, but if Connor's out, will be starting because Daryl Williams is out. So whichever Arizona starting running back is in. But like I said earlier, with Kenneth Walker, high scoring game, I don't think there's going to be a lot of running involved in that game.
Yeah. I mean, now that I'm looking at it more closely, Jordan's really limiting his upside with having those 2 Browns players in there because hopefully one of them scores a touchdown. But I mean, like, it's probably Nick Chubb, as Cody knows. But like, only one of them can score a touchdown on each drive. So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
True.
DPJ catches a deep bomb and then Cooper scores a touchdown too,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a toss up, but I think I'm just going to go with Jordan on this one to give him some glimmer of hope.
Being biased, I'm going to take my side, but that's bias.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, in the end, I'm picking you to win this game pretty easily. I don't think it's really going to be much of a competition there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pick myself, but knowing my luck, like I said, highest points against somehow, some way, third highest points for. So my team isn't underperforming, but every team I play, their players seem to pop off. Gabe Davis going for 35 last week, and Josh Allen also 36.
Yeah, dude, that's the shitty luck part for sure.
But my team isn't underperforming, so I can roll with that. And points for, I'll take it all day. Keep me up in those standings.
Oh yeah, definitely, because it's going to get real murky as we go here with hopefully a lot of 3-3 teams. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the points for all day.
Yeah. And then again, that rematch of the championship from last year, the Geezer Bowl, the Kane Gang, my dad versus Jose. Both 2 and 3. Jesus Christ, how the mighty have fallen. But I think my dad easily. How are you going to pick against Josh Allen?
Yes. Yeah.
No debate there.
I love Burrow, but yeah, Allen.
I forgot that Derrick Henry was out this week because of the bye. So Melvin Gordon against that Chargers defense looks really good. Aaron Jones he's gonna be boom bust. Montgomery is gonna probably have a good game, honestly. And then Dillon.
That's interesting. Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon. See who gets the bulk of the carries that game.
Yeah, really just who scores the touchdowns, because I think they've been relatively even. But Aaron Jones just has the ability to score more than Dillon. So we'll see. We'll see. My preference, or I think I'm gonna lean Big Daddy G on the running backs there.
Yeah, I'll do the same because I mean Gordon's obviously RB1. Don't count out Boone though. Cody's boy Boone.
Spent a lot of money on him. He better be good.
But yeah, no, I'll take Russ on the running backs as well.
Yeah, for sure. The wide receivers, though, I'm going to go with Jose. Stephon Diggs is a beast. CeeDee Lamb has been doing way better than I thought he was going to do with Cooper Rush. Gabe Davis is boom bust. And Chris Godwin, I mean, I don't know.
He'll get his targets, but can he stay healthy? Will he stay on the field? Who knows?
Exactly.
And also, let's say, every Diggs touchdown, your dad's getting points, but that's hurting your dad too. So I go Jose on the receivers as well.
Yeah, just like it's gonna be with me and Preston this week. I got Kyler and he's got Ertz. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Jose takes the wide receivers though. At tight end, Njoku's been surprisingly good this year. And my dad got Kittle on the bench, so that's gonna be interesting if he's gonna go ahead and sit Kittle for Njoku. Hunter Henry was just a waiver wire pickup that happened yesterday, so I'm gonna go with Njoku.
Yeah, regardless if it's Njoku or Kittle on that side, I mean you gotta go Russ on that side.
Yeah, for sure. The flex matchup looks pretty even. Allen Lazard and Devontae Smith versus Thielen and Deontay Johnson.
We touched on Devontae earlier. So I think I'm going to go with your dad's side on that because I think Devontae is going to have a big game with Diggs on AJ. Yeah. So I think this, and Lazard being wide receiver 1 in Green Bay, I think that leans to your dad.
Yeah, for sure. It would really require Thielen to get like 2 touchdowns and, Deontay to also score a touchdown for that one to be close. So,
and that Pittsburgh offense is just disgusting.
Yeah, like you said about that Pickens to Pickett connection.
Yeah.
We'll see if that continues and if that gap grows wider. So, all right, we're both going with my dad on the flex.
Yeah, I'm going with your dad overall as well, I think.
Yeah, man, yeah, I do think so as well.
I think it's close. I think it's really close, but I think Russ squeaks it out.
Yeah, I think that Josh Allen is just a huge difference maker to me.
Yes. Burrow, though, he's going back to New Orleans. He could, to New Orleans, so he could pop off. But I think Josh Allen and Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith will be the difference maker in that game.
Calling your shot. I like it. All right, now
here we go. Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week, dude. The last one, I didn't even do that on purpose. It's just the way it pops up on my sleeper app, like they're the last matchup. It worked out. But if Cody could figure out how to trade for a better quarterback, his team would be like even better. Yeah, because like Jalen Hurts, I mean, if you don't have Jalen Hurts or Lamar or Josh Allen or Mahomes, like you're just in like mediocrity essentially. So Yeah, it doesn't look like Hurts has a good matchup, but I'm gonna trust him like every single week.
That makes sense.
Running
Man,
back,
I don't know that Dallas defense is tough. They are tough.
they're tough,
So
dude. But if we think that Devontae Smith, I mean, I guess that doesn't necessarily correlate 100% because Devontae could go, 8 catches for 100 something yards and a touchdown and have a huge game, and that doesn't necessarily mean Hurts has a
yeah,
huge game as well. We'll see.
I don't
Still
know.
Thursday
Yeah,
night game.
I will go Hurts as well because Miami, they do have some good DBs. So I don't think Jefferson's just gonna be, I mean, he's gonna have his game, he's gonna get his numbers, but I don't think it's gonna be, Cousins throwing for 350 and 3 touchdowns.
Well, is this game's not in prime time, so he's got a chance.
He does have a shot. Yeah, you're right.
And that's another burner there that Cody's quarterback is going to be throwing touchdowns to Javier's wide receiver there.
Didn't even see. I forgot Jefferson. Yep, there you go. That does stink. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I'll go Hurts.
Yeah, taking Hurts there too with the running backs. I'm taking Saquon and Brees Hall. Like, I think Brees Hall is officially here. That dude has been catching a shit ton of passes all year, and then you're telling me he's going to get more run on the ground too. Like, watch out, man.
Yeah.
So if Saquon's healthy, which he'll be healthy for the start of the game, I think I like that. But I mean, Chubb has been amazing. Mixon has been underperforming. But you never know. Mixon can fall in the end zone for 2 touchdowns, and then Chubb just runs wild. So what are you thinking?
Yeah. Man, that's tough.
It's hard.
Mixon,
Good one.
it is tough. Mixon, we're still waiting to see his breakout game. He's been not terrible, but he hasn't been giving us the numbers that we would expect.
Yeah.
Chubb, we know what he's been. Is he RB1?
No, Saquon is.
Saquon? Okay, so I mean he's up there. Chubb's right up there.
He's like number 2. So like regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you gotta go Saquon and Hall.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going. Baltimore can try and shut him down, but we'll see, man. That I don't know. This entire matchup is real good.
It
I'm
is.
gonna just
Receivers, yeah, the receivers though, you get to Chase and Jefferson, it's like shit, you gotta take them too.
Dude, I'm never betting against Chase and Jefferson, even though Jamar has been underwhelming this year as well. I think he's like barely a wide receiver one. I think he's like wide receiver 12 or something like that, which the fact that we're disappointed that he's down
By
there
that,
says something, and he's due to blow up.
he is. Again, going back to New Orleans, like Burrow. So
It's true.
I think
I mean,
I think that they have a hell of a game.
yeah. And I mean, you got DK on the other side against Arizona, and we like we were saying earlier about Lockett. I mean, DK can just blow past the shit cornerbacks
Yes.
and defense real easy too.
100%.
He had a huge game last week, 7 catches for 100 something yards and a touchdown, and it should have been 2, but that holding call that one got
Yeah.
called back. Yeah, that should have been massive. Sutton,
Not bad.
Russ is hurt and he's sucking. Judy's still healthy in there. I mean, Sutton's gonna need a touchdown. I haven't been keeping up with his points though. Is he doing all right?
Cody, is he doing all right? Not last game. Not last game, he says.
Not last game.
But I mean, but he's been kind of hit or miss.
Hit or miss. Either way, I mean, I'm going with Javier, Chase, and Jefferson. I mean, hard to beat.
100%. Andrews, gotta go Andrews. Goddard, no
Always.
slouch. But Andrews, he's kind of in the Kelsey tier of,
Yeah.
He's almost a wide receiver.
Oh, dude, he might as well be. He's Lamar's favorite target.
Yeah.
Goddard's like the only other tight end that I would care to have. Like Kelsey, Andrews, and then Goddard, maybe Higbee, like probably Higbee.
Yeah.
But then like nobody else.
No, not Kittle anymore, not Waller. Nope.
Waller's hurt.
How times change.
I know, dude, so quickly too.
Yeah.
But no, Cody takes that one for sure at tight end. The flex. What happened with Mike Williams? Why is he questionable? I missed that.
Illness.
Illness.
Needs to be fine.
He'll be fine.
He shit his pants because he's playing No Mama's Way. He's feeling a little sick.
Yeah, he's a little nervous this week.
I don't know.
Um,
And healthy McCaffrey.
to give my boy something, I'm going on the flex. I'm going Cody's side on the flex.
Okay. I think DJ Moore sucks. Like he's not getting traded this week, so he's not doing anything. I don't know what else Javier has on his bench to even trade out in there between
Yeah,
now.
and PJ Walker's starting at quarterback.
Oh, dang, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, McCaffrey's kind of in that Eckler territory where he could put up enough points to provide for two people, but yeah, I'll just go Cody here too and think Dobbins scores a touchdown. Mike Williams can hopefully get past Patrick Surtain, but I think that also has potential for him to just get locked down. I
Yeah.
mean, Surtain locked down Devontae Adams, so I don't think Mike Williams is better than Devontae Adams. But we'll see. Busted plays happen all the time. So
See.
who
So
do you
your
think is
pick?
gonna take the win?
I'm gonna go with my dog, my boy, C Nasty, Mr. Max Preps himself, for the upset to go 5-1.
Yeah, and I think it would be an upset for sure. Man, dude, I'm just gonna keep rocking with the guy that's undefeated. I picked him every single week this year. Hasn't let me down yet. I'll split the difference there and go with No Mama's way to move to an unprecedented 6-0 and essentially lock up playoffs,
Yeah.
win this week. Should be another good one though. Looking forward to seeing that one for sure.
Me too. It'll be good, good time.
Yeah, man. So I need to update everybody on, my picks for the year. I think last week I was 12-8 on the season. And I think if I recall correctly, I think I went 4-1 last week. I can't remember which one I got incorrect, but I want to say I was 4-1 on the week, which was the best of the season, which should move me to 16-9.
No,
Huh?
I think it may have been mine because y'all went for me to beat your dad and I lost.
Okay.
So that
But
could have been
either
it.
way, I
Either
think
way.
I think I was 4-1, so I'll double check. I think that moves me to 16-9 on the season. So right more often than I'm wrong, more so last week than any other week. Next week I'll update it here on this slide.
Yeah.
Some sort of way I'll figure that out. But I appreciate you hopping on today, man. Any final thoughts?
No, thank you for having me. Sorry we ran about like an hour. My bad.
No, it's all good, dude. It's all good.
Hopefully they sit and watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean that's it. Good luck to you this week, sir. Hopefully we all get our dubs. Me, you, and C Nasty over here. And
Yeah.
avoid avoid that karaoke.
Shit, dude, you're telling me. All right, bro. Well, until next time.
Later.